Hey there guys, it's Charjr Ryuki. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you could probably see an old friend. Rakuya Jr. First time in a while. New year. And obviously I'm using my new camera here because it records a lot longer. I'm pretty sure I can record for an hour with this camera. This is going to be a little bit more serious talk kind of vlog because I watched a couple of videos. I watched one video yesterday and I watched another video at least twice not too long ago, and all the things, it got me to think back a little bit, and it got me to think about all the stuff, all the total BS that's going on. And has the world really sank that low? Has all of us as humans really sank that low? If we disagree, if like someone disagrees with me, that's totally fine. I mean, if you want, just because you disagree with me doesn't mean that I automatically count you as my enemy. It's just purely your opinion that goes against mine. Another way to go with that, to explain it a little bit better than that, if we were to talk about anime for just a minute. Like sub versus dub anime. There's a lot of people who like dub, there's a lot of people who like sub. But what does it matter between the two? You're still watching the same damn thing. Whether it's dubbed completely in English, or it's got subtitles at the bottom of the screen. It's just like if I'm saying, okay, I like fried chicken, and someone could say, well, I don't like fried chicken. Fried chicken's gross. Or some other way of going about that is like, just because you disagree with someone doesn't mean they're automatically your enemy. And the videos I mentioned that I said I watched, it was PewDiePie's video about, or should say Felix's video, where he told his side of the story. And also Markiplier's video that he uploaded at least 4 hours ago. He uploaded it. It's called Respect. Has this world sank that low as we humans sank that low that will disrespect each other, will disrespect our own country, our own symbol, our own flag, everything. Disrespect it because we don't agree with the person who is nominated as president, who is president? That's a stupid reason. I mean, or label someone, give them a one-word label, and then, just to dismiss them. I mean, if I was to talk about my past a little bit, some of you guys already know by my earlier videos, I've mentioned that, like, I don't have a tolerance for bullying. I can't stand it. I just can't tolerate that total BS. That's selfish, cowardice BS. I can't stand adults acting like children. That's another part of it. I just can't stand that. You're adults. Act your age. You tell us, the younger generation, to act our own age, but yet you won't act yours. If I was to talk about my own past for a good portion of this video, I was bullied a lot and pretty damn badly. So bad that I thought about doing some pretty dark things. And it also, because of the bullying and because of all the other things that was going on, it brought out a very dark side of me. A dark side that I've mentioned plenty of times before. This town that I live in, not one person in this town will acknowledge that I exist unless one of my own family members is around. That is the only time they'll acknowledge me. Even if I volunteer and do stuff for like the picnic, like the little festival during summer, or help my old man mow for a couple yards or whatever, I get no respect. I mean, it pisses me off that my own parents, who bust their ass every day, and barely anyone in this town shows them one iota of gratitude. I hate this town so much. I hate the school that I graduated from even more. And I brought this up before, not just because, another way of doing it, another way of explaining how the possibility of this world had sank to a point where if we don't like someone's opinion, they're automatically our enemy. If we don't like somebody just by how they look, or what they like, or what they're into, that we should automatically disgrace them. We were all born in God's image, weren't we? We were all created in God's image, weren't we? He created us in His own image. And didn't He give His one and only Son on the cross to save us from our own sins? I mean, we're humans. We were made from the get-go to make mistakes, to mess up. Who gives a damn what religion you're from, what religion you're into, or what you do, or what race you are, what color your skin, or what you do, or where you are? It doesn't matter. What matters is who you are, and what you believe in, what matters to you. All what really matters is who you are. Be you. Don't try and be someone else just to impress someone else. And I'm talking about everything in a whole, especially when it comes to love. Especially when it comes to that. It's the same thing. When it comes to that, in my opinion, I dated all shapes and sizes. I dated a girl who was even taller than I was. It didn't matter to me. But from what I see, from the younger generation who's younger than me, my sister's age, to my little brother's age, to even younger, or to even my own age, and all throughout the world, we all end up judging by appearance, or about how much money someone has, or if a certain fellow is endowed with the perfect shaft. I mean, what the scales? Seriously. What the hell is wrong? I mean, I mentioned before that if we come together as a community, come together as a group, come together as a country, that we can make this world a better place to live. And I know it's hard. It's going to be hard because why? Life's a bitch. But life is what you make of it. I was raised to respect my elders and respect people unless I was disrespected. An example of this is the people that I have to work with at my job. I get up at 3 or 4 in the morning to go deal with disrespectful people every day who only want a paycheck, who really don't care about the job. Because let me tell you, there's very few people like me who actually care about their job, that work where I work. And that could be said about any factory worker in any kind of factory. But here's the thing about that. I've mentioned about the guy that I work with. He's lazy, he doesn't really care, he messes around way too much. I hate him for that. I hate him for the fact that he backstabs me every day of the week. Just to play, or just to follow the boss around like his little puppy. To play kiss ass. There's no sugarcoating it, it's exactly what it is. So he can get away with doing the little things, leaving me to clean up the mess. And yes, he's twice my age. Even though we don't exactly get along, in some sort of way we still earned each other's respect, or at least somewhat. Whether we would like it to admit it to each other or not, we still earned some respect for one another. That's one way to explain it, or to describe it. This town that I live in, this school that I graduated from, I think I mentioned this before, and it might have been in a an old video that I ended up deleting. But I was labeled as an outcast of 2008. There was only 2 people in that school. Teachers. And this is surprising to some, that actually cared, that actually tried to do something. Because in every school, there's a bullying policy. In every job, just like mine, there's a bullying policy. Even for my job, there's even a bullying policy. But there's a lot of people out there, especially the principal that was my principal back then ain't a principal anymore, and neither is the superintendent. But back then, nobody really gave a shit about the students. No one gave a shit about bullying besides maybe 2 teachers who actually tried to do something. No other teacher would stand up and open their mouths. Nobody else. So think about that. Think about that. No other teacher would really do anything or even care to listen to a kid who's coming to an adult to fix a bullying problem. And that adult shoos the kid away. Back then, even till now, I kept a lot of things to myself. And I still do. Being labeled as an outcast and being treated as such, it's very depressing. It's very irritating. It makes you want to do something stupid just to get someone to even notice you. If I was to say, because when I was around the time when Pokemon came out, I was really into Pokemon. That was one of the reasons why I was being bullied. But what was the main reason? Even though we were created equal, that God created us equal in His own image, that we were born to make mistakes, but we were also born to learn from them. That we're intelligent enough to learn from our mistakes. Even if we continue to make more, we're humans. Divided, we can't do anything. But together, we could do something. I mean, for a guy like me, the main reason why I was being labeled as an outcast, the actual main reason why, because it started immediately after when I started school, was because I was short. Because of the fact that I was short and I wasn't very talkative, and because I had a different look on life than everybody else, because of the fact that I was different, gave everybody a reason to lash out at me as if I stole their favorite toy. Or it was an insult for to them if I just showed up. But here's the thing. Bullies are cowards. Especially on the internet. Or in the media. They're just cowards. afraid to grow a pair and say it to your face. Even to admit their own mistakes. If I was to say that I believe in Santa Claus, being my age, 27, even now, you're damn right I still believe. What does it matter? You can give me crap for it, I don't care. Because I'm still going to go by that thing. That saying I said before. Insults are like dust in the wind. They mean nothing to me. So say what you want. You're not going to hurt me. In any way. In any shape or form. You're not going to hurt me. I've been down that road. I've been down that road. It's pretty sad. It really is. Because if you think about it, if you think about your kids, your grandkids, the generation that's coming after me, what about 50 years from now, when I'm practically an old man? And even farther up in the future, what our kids, grandkids, are going to look back on. That, I said that before, God needs to come back into the world, that we need to do something about that. We need to, bring God back into the world. And I'm thinking back to past videos that I've made where I brought some of this up. And that's why I decided to make this video after watching those videos. Because if you take the time to watch this video, I want you to think about everything that I've said. Think about it first before saying something. Because all I could do is just upload this and ask you to take the time to watch it. Because this world's going to fall apart if it keeps going this way. We're only human. To put someone on a pedestal, or to call them or label them as a scumbag, or even an outcast like me. What? Because all they did, like what? Because they liked playing Pokemon, or they liked watching anime, or because they believe in Santa Claus, or because they believe in the supernatural, that ghosts and spirits or monsters possibly exist or do exist. It's just a possibility. Is there proof? Yeah. Look on the internet, it's everywhere. Hell, it's even on your TV if you watch it. But it's up for you guys. It's up for all of us to believe if it's true or not. It's like I said before when I started this. I can't make you watch my videos. And yeah, I don't have the time to sit here and edit every single one of them. Or to find some decent editing software to actually edit them correctly. I gotta sit here and watch the battery on my camera because my battery's getting low. But I guess whether I ran or not, that this guy has a tendency to show up. But I wouldn't really call this a rant. Don't twist my words and call this a rant. Because to teach others respect, honor, love. I mean, even as a YouTuber, I'm just like you. I'm human. I make mistakes and I admit to them. I mess up. I mess up a lot. My videos are proof. I mess up a lot. I mean, in a way it's kind of hard to talk about because going down that road is a hard path to follow. And there will be people out there who would be against you, who want to bash you because they don't like your opinion or they don't like who you are. But take it as their opinion. But don't take it personally. Because they're lashing out because they're afraid to take that step forward. And being afraid is okay. But you got to have the courage to stand up and do something about it. You wonder what I got in my hand right now. I'm thumbing through a Bible. And because, it's not just because of the inspirational series that I decided to get this out. I decided to get this out to ask, either watch the inspirational series or watch it and take a look at this. Go back and take a look into the past. This is what your preacher preaches in a church. The Bible, God's Word. Maybe as God's children, as humans, we should start listening. We need to become better people. We need to treat people like we want to be treated. And that's hard. Trust me, it is. But no matter what happens, you gotta treat people with respect. You gotta have some honor. You gotta be able to share the love. You gotta be able to share the respect to other people. and take a step back and take a look at this. And then maybe, if you realize it, you can make that step forward and get over that fear that's holding you back, that's holding you down, and move forward. I mean, there's so much other things that I want to mention in this video, but it's hard to talk about without breaking down. Which is what I'm having trouble doing. Having trouble not breaking down right now. Because going back in the past and remembering all that crap that was done and said to me and said to other kids that I seen. And I said before that I was on both sides of the coin. Not only was I the victim, but at one point I was also the bully. Because at one point I was at that dark point where it's like that saying, if you can't beat them, join them. But that's not the way to do it. To hell with that. Be better than them. Strive to be better, but be who you are. Do what you want to do. I'd like to say more, but I'm going to have to cut this here because my camera's about to run out of battery. But if you take the time to watch this video, think about everything I just said. Don't try and change the words. Think about every word. Because this world will fall apart if we don't come together. Because we're only humans. And that's all we are. I am Charjr Ryuki. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.